I'd like to welcome everybody to my podcast, baby. I am your gracious host, Jupiter 9. And I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in. You know what I'm saying? I don't think this podcast is going to be that long, man. But I had to put my 2 cents in and talk about the guy, Hassan Campbell. Now, I mean, you know, at first, when I first discovered Hassan Campbell was on Doggie Diamonds, man. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to Doggie Diamonds. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a real big fan of his platform. You know what I mean? I think he's one of the best at what he do. Doggie Diamonds. You know what I'm saying? As far as interviewing entertainers and guests and all that, he's one of the best, man, to ever do it. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Doggie Diamond, man. But I just had to talk on the situation with Hassan Campbell and Doggie Diamonds for a hot second. This podcast won't be that long, like I said, man. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna be, spending too much energy on this, but I'm confused, man. I'm confused about the whole situation. Like, I don't know if this is internet trolling by Hassan Campbell, or this is some type of internet thing just to get views, or because you just never know with the internet, man. Like, you never know, people might be conspiring behind closed doors to get views, you know what I'm saying, to make something look like beef when it's really no beef. Know what I mean? So I don't know what's real, what's not real anymore when it comes to YouTube and TikTok and all that, certain things. You know what I'm saying? People say they got an issue, but, behind closed doors and they talk on the phone, then the person who started the issue is not an issue. So I'm confused. A lot of times Hassan Campbell confuses me, man. Like, a lot of times he say some real stuff, and I'm not here to bash Hassan Campbell. Like, know what I mean? I don't know, bro. Know what I'm saying? I know he's thorough. Know what I mean? I know he's a thorough dude at the end of the day. Know what I'm saying? I know what happened with him and Bambaataa and all that. And I think that's a tragedy what happened to him. You know what I'm saying? No kid should ever have to go through that, man. Like, know what I mean? That type of situation, so I'm not here to bash him, man. But, Doggie Diamonds was the first one who supported bro. You know what I'm saying? Who was the first one who put him on about the situation with Bambaataa. Know what I'm saying? And, gave him that shine. And bro, in the beginning, seemed like he was very humble. In the beginning. Know what I mean? He seemed like he was very humble and, very appreciative of what Doggie was doing for him. Know what I'm saying? But bro got on the internet, became an internet sensation, and everybody knows him. Know what I mean? Now, see, this is what I mean about being, having light on you, and light it on you in a bad way. And I think sometimes people can lose themselves within that light. You know what I'm saying? And I mean fame. Sometimes people can lose themselves within that light, man. And I think that's where Hassan Campbell's at. And I could be wrong, but I'm just speaking on a little bit because I'm a fan of both of them. To be honest, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? I love what Doggie Diamonds is doing, you know what I'm saying, and continues to do. He's the first one that was doing the interviews and all that, and he don't get the credit for that. You know what I'm saying? What people are doing today, Doggie been doing that way back when. You know what I'm saying? When there was nobody doing it. You know what I mean? So he needs to be, him and Star. You know what I'm saying? Them two are the grandfathers of this whole internet stuff. You know what I'm saying? They've been doing this stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, for bro not to get the credit that he deserved too as well, for being one of the grandfathers of this, interviewing people and all that, they started that. I believe, in my opinion, I didn't see nobody else doing Doggie Diamonds was doing back in the day, and Star and Buck Wild and all that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't see them. I didn't see nobody else doing that. Know what I mean? So, off the strength of that, I wouldn't even, want to start anything with bro. Like, Doggie Diamond is the reason why people know Hassan Campbell. Let's keep it all the way a buck. Like, that's the only reason why we knew Hassan Campbell in the beginning, because of Doggie showing bro mad love. So why does Hassan Campbell got an issue with Doggie? Like, I don't understand. Like, I wish I could. And that's the thing we gotta stop doing, man. We gotta stop hating on people who showed us love in the beginning, and then once we get popping, we turn around and want to bite their heads off. Like, we gotta stop doing that, man. I don't think that's cool at all, what he's doing right now to Doggie, man. Like, Doggie never said anything disrespectful to him in that situation. Like, Doggie could have straight up, like, tore him up about that situation. Like, know what I'm saying? But he never did up until now, because he's got to defend himself, you know, of what the things Hassan is saying about him. And I didn't really, you know, watch this whole back and forth too much. Like, I caught a little bit of stuff from Doggie, you know what I'm saying? I caught a little bit of stuff from Hassan Campbell, and I'm not understanding it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Hassan shouldn't do that. Like, me personally, because Doggie never disrespected him ever, never. And like I said, he could have really went in, like, you know what I'm saying? Really went in the beginning, but he didn't. He respected Hassan, you know what I'm saying? And he understood what Hassan went through in that whole situation, you know. And he never took the route of, you know, disrespect him in a way that would give him views. You dig? So I don't understand the whole situation with Hassan Campbell, man. Hassan Campbell, I think, has mental issues, man. I really do. I really think Hassan Campbell has some type of deep mental issues, some deep things that he's dealing with that he needs to rectify mentally, you know, because, you know, I just don't understand the hate. You know, like, 1 minute he'll hate somebody, and then the next minute, you know, he loves them again. Or he'll say some crazy stuff, and then in the phone conversation, he's apologizing. He's, you know what I'm saying, backing out. Like, no, I mean, he's backing out what he just said. So I'm confused. Like, Hassan Campbell confuses me. Like, he'll say some real stuff. Like, Hassan Campbell says some real stuff all the time. The stuff I be saying about entertainers and all that, Hassan Campbell says all the time. You know what I mean? Because the youth need to know what's real about these entertainers. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I just don't understand the hate that he has for Doggie Diamonds. You know, because Doggie is the reason why he's even on YouTube. You dig? Because nobody else would give him an interview. Now, I mean, I think Star interviewed him, I think, after Doggie, but Doggie was the first one, I believe. I could be wrong, but I think Doggie was the first one, right? You know, but we gotta stop hating our brothers, man. Know what I mean? Doggie's his brother. Know what I'm saying? I don't know if they grew up in the same area in New York City. Like, know what I mean? I don't know what the vibes are, what the deal is. You know, I don't know. I think Doggie's from Brooklyn, if I'm not mistaken, and Hassan Campbell's from the Bronx. So, you know, I'm way up top, so I don't know. I don't know what if they grew up in the same neighborhood. Know what I'm saying? So I don't know. But to me personally, I think that they need to squash that, because it's real silly. You know what I'm saying? Even for Doggie to respond, even though Hassan's been talking mad crazy about Doggie for a long time now. You know what I mean? But I don't even think Doggie has to respond to that. You know what I'm saying? He would just win based off not responding, because Hassan seems to be a little bit mentally unstable. You know what I mean? So off the strength of that, I wouldn't even respond to that. Word up. I wouldn't even respond to that. You know what I'm saying? I'm dealing with somebody who has a mental issue, and there's no need to respond to that. Word to mother. There's no reason to respond to that. You know what I'm saying? Now, if I was dealing with somebody who was mentally on the same level as me, and who didn't have mental, I don't know if Doggie has mental issues. He don't seem to have mental issues. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just going by what I see. You know what I mean? I'm not here to, you know, amp the situation up. I'm not here to disrespect Hassan Campbell. I'm not here to disrespect Doggie. I like both of them, man. I think both of them be doing their thing, man. You know what I'm saying? And I always want a brother to win. You know what I'm saying? Because the odds are against you in this matrix, man. It's stacked up against you, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? I never want to see another brother not win. I want to see them both win. You know what I mean? I love the fact that they're winning based they're winning off internet content, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're able to take care of their family and feed themselves off internet content. I love that. You know what I'm saying? I love that they're, making a living off their creative ideas, But I just wish that we stop dissing each other for no reason, man. You know what I'm saying? Stop warring with each other. We've been doing it for eons, man. You know what I'm saying? Before Christopher Columbus came here, we were warring with each other when we were on this land. You know what I'm saying? Warring with each other. We've been doing it for forever. This tribe going against that tribe going against this tribe. It's just like, when we gonna start warring with each other and come together and work together? You know what I'm saying? As a collective unit. And stop warring with each other, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is silly. I really think the whole situation is silly. I really do, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because they both put out really good content. And Hassan Campbell need to stop, talking crazy about people, man. Because that's gonna be, I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't want it to happen. I never want to see another brother, something happen to another brother. But, that's gonna be his demise, man. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be his demise, man. And it's sad when the brother can just go get some help, man. I really think he has mental issues, because he be all over the place sometime, man. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes he's not all over the place. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes his messages be real. I mean, Hassan Campbell. And sometimes his messages be all over the place. And then sometimes he's just talking crazy. It's just like, I used to be subscribed to Hassan Campbell, but I found out I couldn't do it no more, man. I couldn't support him no more, because he needs to get help. You know what I mean? When somebody's screaming for mental health. And I can talk about that because, my mom, she dealt with mental health. My grandma, she dealt with mental health. You know what I'm saying? My uncle, he dealt with mental health. Like, it runs in my family crazy. And that's something we need to, get checked out as a people. We as a people think, going to get help for our mental health, you know what I'm saying, it's a sign of weakness, and it's not. If you need help, you need help, period. You know what I'm saying? If you need to get some help, get some help. That's real. And mental illness, having a mental illness is not something to lack about. You know what I'm saying? If you need help, go get it, man. Like, you know what I mean? A lot of people not here because they didn't go get help, or tell people that they needed help. We deal with a lot. You know what I'm saying? We deal with a lot. There's been a lot of roadblocks that was put in our way for us to to destroy us and to bring us down. So, you got to get some help. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you need help, get some help. It's a lot of crazy stuff we've seen we wasn't supposed to see in the hood. And not saying people, other nationalities and people didn't go through some stuff, but I'm just talking about the community I come from, because I can't talk about nobody else's community because I'm not from there. I can only talk about mine and what bothers me about mine. And that's one of the things that bothers me about mine, is that a brother, you know what I'm saying, looks out for you, and you turn around when you get popping, you want to, bite his head off. When he didn't have to waste his time and put you on his platform. Know what I mean? So, I just don't understand the situation with Doggie Diamonds and Hassan Campbell, man. Like I said, I think Doggie need to just dead it and, just leave it alone. Know what I mean? Just leave it alone. Just dead it and just move on, man. Because you're doing your thing, Doggie. Know what I'm saying? I hope you hear this, Doggie. Know what I'm saying? Big fan of yours, you know what I'm saying? Just dead it and just keep it moving. I know if somebody keep talking about you, that, you gotta defend yourself. But, when you're dealing with somebody with mental issues, you know what I mean, I wouldn't even entertain that. You know what I'm saying? I would just keep it moving. You know what I mean? But I'm a Sagittarius, man. We different. You heard? You know what I'm saying? I'm just like Jay-Z, man. I'm not going to entertain something that, I don't need to entertain. And that's the way I think. Like, people can talk crazy all they want. You know what I'm saying? Even out in public. But once you put your hands on me, that's different. You know what I'm saying? But somebody talking crazy and saying they're gonna do this and all that, man, I mean, I just walk away from it. I mean, these days and times, you gotta be careful. A lot of people are dealing with mental issues because of the whole situation with the what happened a couple of years ago. So people are dealing with a lot, you know what I mean? People are losing their jobs. People don't have any money. People are living down the streets. They're homeless. Ask me how I know, because I've been there. I've been homeless and all that, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, people are dealing with a lot. And you can't be just, you know, fighting with anybody today. Not saying don't protect yourself at all times, but you got to be very careful, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people stable out here. A lot of people dealing with mental issues, you know what I mean? And Hassan Campbell is one of them, who's dealing with a lot of mental. I think the things that happened to him in the past, I don't think he got over that. That's something you don't easily get over it, man. If you've been tampered with like that, you know what I'm saying? If you don't get help for that, a lot of people try to, you know, it's a lot of people who've been through that, you know what I'm saying? And they cover it up with, you know, getting drunk and getting high all the time. That's just covering up, man. You're not really getting to the root cause of what you've been through. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, go get some help. You know what I mean? You're not weak if you go get help. You dealing with some mental issues and something's bothering you, just go get help, man. Because at the end of the day, your mental is all you have at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Your mental. If you don't have your mental, then you don't have nothing. You know what I mean? You don't have nothing. The mental, you know what I'm saying? The body follows the mental. So if you don't have your mental, you don't have the body either. So guys, go get help. Everybody go get help that needs to get some type of mental help. Even if you need to go talk to a doctor, a shrink, or whatever you want to call it, a psychiatrist, go do that. You know what I'm saying? That might help. Because when it comes to us men and things like that, we don't have no support system. And I was just talking to my queen about this. You know, we can go through mad crazy stuff, you know, be homeless. We can be in, not me personally, I'm just saying as a whole, we can be in abusive relationships with women. And, you know, we don't have nobody to talk to, no kind of group to go to. We don't got none of that. Know what I'm saying? Like when stuff like that happens with women, which it shouldn't happen to neither side, nobody should be putting their hands on anybody, but sometimes stuff happens sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes stuff happens to you that you have no control over. Well, you have control over, but you didn't know that situation was going to get like that. And, you know, women got all types of support. You know what I'm saying? A woman says, I'm being abused to anybody, and she's got 30 people that's going to support her to make sure she's good. A man could say the same thing, could be in the same situation as a woman, and people will tell him, just, you know, deal with it. You're a man. And that's how society is when it comes to men. We just got to deal with our problems, which most of us do. But what I'm saying is just like, whatever we going through, whether it's mentally, physically, or whatever, there's no support. Know what I'm saying? And a lot of men go through the same thing women go through. A lot of men dealt with what Hassan Campbell went through, but there's no support for that. You know what I'm saying? You go tell somebody you went through what Hassan. That's why I was rocking with Hassan Campbell from the beginning, because he wasn't afraid to tell his truth. You know what I'm saying? Or what he been through as a man. And, you know, he didn't care if people looked at him sideways. But the average everyday man is not going to do that. You know what I mean? Because people going to look at him sideways. But if a woman say, I've been touched on or whatever, you know, there's all types of centers and groups, and you know what I'm saying? It's just way more support. But for men, it's not that. And that's why a lot of men black out. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, it's because there's nothing there for the battered man. There's nothing there for the man that's been touched. You know what I'm saying? You looked at it as weak if you've been touched, even if you were a kid. You know what I'm saying? Not as an adult, a little kid. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing there. You know what I mean? You looked at it as weak. So And on that aspect, it's a double standard. Yeah, yeah. Like I said, man, I don't want it to happen to neither side. But when it happens to women, it's just like, okay, you can go here, there, here. You can call this place that place. For battered women, they got a place to go. For battered men, there's no place for a battered man to go. People don't think about stuff like that. A lot of women don't think about stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? You got battered men out here that been through some stuff with women, beating on them and all that. Know what I mean? And, they don't think about stuff like that. You're a man, you're supposed to just deal with it. Know what I mean? That's how I was raised. You know what I'm saying? You get a boo-boo, you hurt your arm. Oh, man, get up. Don't cry. That's what we taught when we were growing up. You know what I mean? Don't be crying. You know what I'm saying? Because it shows a sign of weakness to cry. But it's okay to cry for certain stuff. Just to be crying or to drop a dime, you know what I mean? Just if you watching a Lion King or something, you just start crying, like, you know what I'm saying? That's some but I mean, it's okay to cry if you need to cry. Like if you lost your moms or something, like, you know what I mean? You think about somebody you lost in your family, it's okay to cry, but we are taught not to cry. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Just to deal with it. And a lot of guys are walking around with mental issues. Straight up. You know what I mean? New York City train station, you seeing dudes, wilding out, bugging out. They need help. You know what I mean? They need help. So, but this whole situation with Hassan Campbell and Doggie Diamonds, I mean, I just wish that Hassan Campbell go get some help and Doggie just leave it, let it go, man. Be the bigger man and let it go. Because if it was me, I'd just keep doing my thing. Doggie, you doing your thing. You heard? You doing your thing. So don't even put any attention on this guy because he needs help. He needs help. He's crying for help, man. Know what I'm saying? He's crying for help. I think he has a drinking problem, allegedly. I don't know. And allegedly he did some things to his wife that he shouldn't have. Like put his hands on her, allegedly. I don't know. Not for sure. I don't know. Because I wasn't there. But, he needs to get help, man. Because you know what, man? Hassan Campbell, man, he's one of those dudes that can really make a change. If he hasn't made a change already. He has that type of energy that he can make big changes. You know what I'm saying? But, he wants to change things in the world, but he hasn't changed anything with himself. So it can't go halfway. You know what I mean? He wants to change the youth, but he won't change what's wrong with him. You know what I'm saying? I truly hope the brother gets some help though, because I like Hassan Campbell, man. You know what I mean? I like Hassan Campbell. What he's, you know what I'm saying? I like how he, I like how he's putting the message out to the youth, because that's what it's all about at the end of the day, is the youth, man. Telling the youth was really good. And I like that from Hassan Campbell, that he seems to care about the youth. And I'm the same way, man. Like, know what I mean? But, bro, go get some help, man, because you need it, man. This is going out to Hassan Campbell, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Hassan Campbell. Shout out to Doggie Diamond. Still a big fan of theirs. You know what I'm saying? Hassan, go get some help, man, because we need more brothers like you. And we need more brothers like Doggie Diamonds. You heard? I'm here to support my brothers all day, every day. You dig? But, yo, that's my take in this podcast episode. Please share this podcast episode with everybody. You know what I'm saying? But that's my take. I am your gracious host, Jupiter 9, baby. And I just want to say peace and love. One. Aye.